everyone, and welcome to this live stream. We're back for another live stream with SSM Crypto and me, Crypto Seth. We're going to be talking about loads of different low cap gems. We're going to be talking about the crypto market. We're going to be talking about our opinions on narratives, and we're going to be looking at the comments as always. And we're going to be reviewing the cryptos you guys put in the chat, like we always do. So that's it for me, SSM.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Hope you had a great weekend, and I'm hoping you have even a better week ahead. Yeah, today we're going to be looking at the usual low cap gems that you're interested in, low cap gems that we're looking at. We're going to discuss some narratives, look at the general market's behavior, and yeah, can't wait to get started.
Yeah, I can't wait to get started too. So we can see a comment here. Let's look at some of the comments, guys. Hello, the Naidu. Hello, my friend. Good to see both of you. Thank you.
Good to see you, Naidu.
So I do want to talk about Dimitri before we get in too much depth into this live stream, because this is a great gem, guys. I will be dropping a video on this cryptocurrency. And guys, if you have any projects you'd like me to drop a video on, put them in the comments down below and I'll make a video on these projects. But I did want to talk about Dimitri. It's gone absolutely parabolic in the last 2 weeks, guys. It's been absolutely crazy. Had you been a Patreon member, you'd be up 4x on this project. It's gone crazy, guys. It's up 23.5% today as well. If you guys don't know what this project is, first of all, it's a microcap gem. So you guys are looking for a microcap gem for your portfolio, I highly recommend you check this out. But what they aim to do, guys, is utilize robotics, utilize IoT, utilize AI to help the agricultural industry. They believe technology is for everyone. So they're creating these applications. You can see them down here. Here's some of the applications they're creating. And they're giving them out to young farmers, small farmers, big farmers, just everyone in the agricultural industry as a whole. They believe that this is an amazing industry to tackle. They know that it's ever growing. As you guys know, the agricultural industry is ever growing. As population increases as well, there's going to be more demand on it. So they aim to increase yields, reduce costs, and mitigate risk. I highly recommend you check out this project. And guys, it's a microcap gem. Look, it's $3.4 million now, but I did just tell you it did about a 4x your money. So had you been on the Patreon, you would have gone to this project when it was hundreds of thousands of dollars in market cap. Now it's $3.5 million in market cap. It's absolutely crazy. But look, you want to look at a project that's $3.5 million in market cap and believe it's too late to get into, guys. So go check out this project. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I recommend you guys to look into this project as well, because I always say I've been saying it since Crypto Seth and Crypto Archie cover this project on the live streams. Like, guys, agriculture is going to be important. It's an evergreen sector, and people need to eat. People need to have something on their plates. Projects that are able to corner the markets in these kind of areas are usually very good. They've got this first mover advantage while everybody's chasing what's popular. These people are driving in something niche, something unique. I like when a project is focused, not just trying to chase trends or doing what everybody's doing. So in addition to being on the blockchain, in addition to utilizing AI, these people are very, very focused. The product is focused. The product is well defined. They are in the agricultural sector. You don't see people talking about it all the time. So not only are you getting in early on the project, you're also getting in early on an aspect of crypto that not so many people are aware of. A useful aspect of crypto that has demand, that is able to generate demand and has real world utility. So projects like these are the things that make them low cap gems. They've got real world use cases. They are very niched and they are very useful.
I completely agree, guys. It aims to solve a real world project. This isn't some NFT game, guys. There's an actual problem in the current world that the blockchain, AI, IoT, robotics can solve. So that's why this project is amazing. I highly recommend you check it out. Let's look through some of the comments, guys. Hi, Seth. How are you, brother? I'm good, my friend. How are you? So you look like Mbappe. I don't know who that's referring to.
It's a footballer from Cameroon.
Can you tell about from Cameroon? Wow. Isn't he dating a transgender woman? Can you tell about RPG games that's similar to Nakamoto? You can have a look at RPG games. I know Crypto Archie did drop a video on this project and it did go absolutely parabolic. So let's have a quick look at this project.
Yeah, not just Archie. I've seen some other prominent YouTubers talking about it on Twitter. Not YouTubers, sorry, crypto Twitter influencers. They're talking about it and I got interested in it. I was like, okay.
So we can have a look. This does seem like the same vibe as Nakamoto games, a little bit similar. I don't see the games it's going to play. What games do they aim to create? Is it simple games as well, like Nakamoto? Okay,
Yeah,
so they're in their infancy.
that's really important.
Yeah, they're in their infancy. They only have 3 games. I do believe you can only play one of them right now. So this is a relatively new project, as we can tell. They have a marketplace as well, inventory. So look, seems pretty decent, guys. But personally, I don't think there's a need to diversify that much. If you guys are looking for a quick buck, then Revolve Games may be the way. It's a low cap gem, guys. This could go absolutely parabolic. If we have a look at the liquidity in this project real quick, then we can understand how much investment is needed for this to go in a nice rally. So there's about $205,000 in liquidity in this project currently, which is not too bad, guys. It's quite
Yeah,
low.
it's decent.
So you guys that do get into this project now, you're getting in relatively early. So if you like this project to go on a nice rally, let's just say a 10x from this current point. That's a quick buck. A 10x from this current point. A further $2 million needs to be invested into Revolve Games for you guys to get that 10x on the project, which is not too bad. I've seen better. I've seen better the likes of Shopping.io, but again, it seems pretty decent. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's certainly possible because I was telling you earlier before we started live stream, the gaming narrative is very strong in crypto. People just want to have fun on the internet, and the blockchain makes it secure. It makes it easier for them. So 2 million to 10x a gaming project, dead easy in my opinion, because I've seen projects that are absolute wash. Having up to $200 million in market cap. So for a project that has good fundamentals, that is simple, and if the team behind it, I'm still going to take a deeper look into the project, to be honest. But if a lot of people have seen that I actually trust in this space, believe in the project, is something definitely worth considering. And having it's 2 million extra invested in it to 10x your money, dead easy in the gaming sector.
So actually, guys, look, I don't like the gaming niche as a whole in crypto. However, I can understand that the gaming projects will go crazy in the next bull run, but you need to carefully select the projects you want to invest into. I don't want to see you guys. I don't want to see your portfolios. I get you guys on a one-to-one consultation on my Patreon. I don't want to see you guys having 20 gaming projects in your portfolio. I will be disappointed in you guys. You guys know better. Diversification is key. You don't want to have 20 gaming projects. You want to have a few different cryptocurrencies in a few different sectors. For example, Dimitri.
Audio. Oh, I think Seth's audio is down, but I think we all understand his message. I think we all understand the message is trying to pass across. It's important to diversify. You don't want to over diversify. It's important to diversify, but you don't want to over diversify. Your portfolio, you should have a proper portfolio management. Whenever you have a portfolio, personally, my portfolio is about 50% in stables, then 20% in low to mid caps. Why? Because I believe the gains you make from mid cap projects can be enough to, overtake those from high caps. So whenever you have projects, you don't want to have marry a narrative to the extent that you become narrow viewed to other narratives that can make you a lot of money. You don't want to be, in one project and say you're not investing in any other project, because ultimately our goal here is to make good amounts of cash, and we are here to help you achieve that goal. So no matter how much you love the gaming narrative, no matter how much you love gaming projects, you don't need to insist on only gaming narratives. Pay attention to other narratives as well. Imagine you're saying, okay, you're not buying any other projects except for gaming, and you miss the bull run, the bull rally on AI projects. You miss the rally on NFTs, on NFT projects. That's not going to help you in this space. So whenever you are investing, just make sure you pick the good ones. There are many great projects out there. Just do your research. Make sure that you are holding a great one, then diversify and invest in other sectors as well, whether it's AI, whether it's agriculture, whether it's decentralized social media, whether it's decentralized storage, whether it's quantum computing. Pay attention to those narratives, because that's where you find the good buck.
I completely agree, SSM. Sorry, guys, I did have a few technical issues there, but I am back now. Great to see you considering it. I'm sure SSM conveyed my opinions clearly. He's in my mind. He knows what I'm thinking. So I see a comment here, guys. 10x on Chain X. You got a 10x on Chain X. Let's have a look, my brothers. Are you saying Chain X will be an easy 10x? Is that what you're trying to say? Because we have a look at this project. I don't see a 10x currently. However, I guess you're meaning that there's going to be an easy 10x on Chain X. So, fair enough. We're entitled to our own opinions. Why am I not able to see other comments? Is because we're streaming on a few different live streams. I'm live on my channel. I'm live on Gemontes. We're also live on SSM's channel. So you guys can
Yeah.
tune into any of those three platforms, and we'll see all your comments on this screen here because we're using a platform called StreamYard. So thanks, guys. All your calls are on spot. My portfolio is up because of you guys. Can you have a look at Arc Block when you get a chance? No worries, my brother. We'll have a look at Arc Block. And I really do appreciate that because our portfolios are up, guys. I'm getting some crazy gains on all these projects I'm talking about over at my portfolio, over at my Patreon. Nakamoto, I'm not even going to say them, guys. You guys are probably tired of me saying them.
Yeah,
So
but
we can have...
Nakamoto is a good call. I'm really glad you covered that.
Okay, let's have a look at Arc Block. So ABT. I did see a few YouTubers cover this project. A few ones I do like Crypto John. $14 million in market cap. If we have a look at the circulating supply, it's at that range that I'm comfortable with. If we have a look at the markets real quickly, we can see Coinbase. Again, that's a very good exchange for it to be on. Gate.io as well for the people that lack or would like a bit of less centralization. If we have a look at the project idea, which is arguably the most important thing after the tokenomics, well, actually before tokenomics, the future of the blockchain and DApp development is here. ArcBlock is your new decentralized developer platform that simplifies the development of DApps, DLT, and blockchains. Okay, so I like the project idea. Projects which aim to simplify, which aim to push us into the future of the Web2 to Web3 transition, in my opinion, will do very, very well. I have a few friends that like ArtBlock. I have a few people in my community that do love this project, and arguably I do back it. So if you're asking me whether or not this is a good investment to have a look at or to keep investing in, obviously I can't give you that advice because none of this is financial advice. However, I do like the look of ArcBlock. What's your thoughts on it, SSM?
Yeah, I like the fact that it's developer focused, and that means a lot of new things can come out of it. A lot of new products can come out of it. So projects that are developer focused tend to drive innovation. So it's a great project in regards to that because it increases and adds general utility to the entire crypto space. Is showing that crypto is more than just meme coins or monkey pics or just chasing quick bucks. Projects that drive innovations are usually good ones because even institutions can see how the blockchain will make their products better. So ArcBlock is definitely a good project to pay attention to if you're interested in things like that.
Did you guys notice the roll from Gala to Naka to Revolve? The role, I'm still backing Gala Games. I love Gala Games, a great project. I'm still having it. Like I said before, my friend, the only gaming projects in my portfolio are Gala Games and Nakamoto Games. We're not rolling onto each one. We like them all equally. I like Gala. I like Nakamoto. I know a few people like Revolve. I know Crypto Arch likes Revolve and a few other YouTubers out there. So we all have our different gaming projects that we do like. I know SSM likes the FINA Finance. My friend, the reason we're talking about Nakamoto and Revolve is because it's a low cap gem. Would you guys like me to just hold Nakamoto and not tell you guys about it so you guys can not get in and get those crazy gains that we're having with Nakamoto? The reason we don't talk about Gala as much is because it's a mid-cap gem. Everyone knows about Gala. There are several different videos on Gala games. However, not everyone knows about Nakamoto.
True, true, that's true. There are many great gaming projects out there, guys. All you need to do is make sure you're holding the good ones.
Completely agree. Good morning. Just got off work, and wow, what time is it yours way? So for me, it is 12:51 right now.
Yeah, for me it's 13:51.
Yeah, so 1:51. He's an hour ahead. Also, I heard you call Gala the Steam of crypto. It's actually Ultra. Very, very true. Gala Games is a great project, in my opinion. I can see real utility behind Gala. And look, Gala isn't just Gala Games. As you guys know, it's Gala Film and Gala Music. There's a lot of potential behind that cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I think Solomon is trying to say Ultra is a great gem as well. Ultra UOS. Ultra, its token is UOS. I covered Ultra too on my channel a while back. It's also a great gem. I think he's trying to say Ultra is as good as Gala. Why I like Ultra is because it's also developer focused, like where I was talking about with ArtBlock. They're trying to rival gaming corporations like Steam. So the creators of games have full control and ownership of their games. They earn from it immediately as people are playing it. Developers can easily put their products out there without having to wait or pay crazy fees to the people hosting it. So yeah, Ultra is also a great gem, Solomon, if that's what you're saying. I also think it's as good as Gala. It's not as popular as Gala yet, but I certainly believe it has a lot of potential.
Personally, I haven't heard of Ultra, but I trust SSM's judgment. So if we have a look at opacity, it is $1 million in market cap, which is very, very low. If we have a look at the circulating supply, it's comfortable. It's very, very good. We have a look at the markets real quick. Wow. KuCoin has several different pairs: USDT pair, ETH pair, Bitcoin pair. Okay, so this project is on KuCoin. It's not easy to get on KuCoin. You do have to pay a large sum of money. So I guess this project has a decent amount of liquidity inside. Let's have a look at the project idea, guys. So we can get this to load.
Opacity. Is it another gaming project?
I'm not too sure. Hopefully it's not another gaming project, because we're seeing too many gaming projects on these live streams, guys. So once this loads, you'll have a quick look at it. If it may take some time, then maybe SSM has to get it up. I'm not too sure it's going to load for me.
Let me see. Opacity. It might be their site as well.
Okay, let's have a look. So I don't know. I don't think the website's going to be loading anytime soon, my friend. So we're going to have to call it quits here for this cryptocurrency. But again, if you put it in my free Telegram group, we can try and have a look at it over there. Let's move on to the next comment. Okay, I got it. Thanks, man. Hello, what about MITX? Oh, it's loaded. So we can go back to it. So privacy by design, free to share ideas, free to be private, free to be you. So this is another storage-related cryptocurrency, I suppose. Is a multi-chain DEX aggregator with instant cross-chain swaps in Ethereum. So what does this aim to do? No personal info required. Share your files your way. Pay using cryptocurrency.
It's interesting. Okay. It has a good idea. I like its idea.
I like the idea. Completely agree. But there's a lot of different storage-related cryptocurrencies out there. Mm-hmm. I do like cryptos that do try and tackle multiple problems at once. However, I do understand that a project which has a niche, the only thing they do, for example, is storage, will probably outperform the ones that try and pick up loads of different things. So, example, Stratos, Crust, Filecoin, right? Even Big Data Protocol, they're solely storage related. They will most likely outperform other projects which try and pick up so many different things.
Yeah, and in addition to that, Seth, I mentioned something like that in a previous live stream. So just for those who missed it, take for example, I like this opacity. I like what it's doing. It's doing what it's set out to do, and it's doing a good thing, but it's not doing anything new. And like Seth says, it's not also focused. So when you're investing in projects, you have to pay attention to the projects that have a very clear focus and are working really hard. If a project is just repackaging what every other project is doing, we don't need another Bitcoin. And arguably, there are other cryptos out there that do exactly what Bitcoin is doing. There are stores of value. You can use it to pay. You can transfer funds in a borderless manner. But those projects are not going to get adopted. Why? Because they aren't doing anything new. So Opacity might be a good project. It's doing its own privacy focused thing very well. It's doing its own storage, decentralized storage, but it's not bringing anything new to the space. Even though it's doing it well, we can argue that it's not really increasing the meeting a demand. So you can't just create solutions to problems that don't exist. If it were focusing on storage and all of the other problems with storage cryptocurrencies, yeah, they are expensive, they are slow. We are making it faster and cheaper. Then Opacity has a very good use case that is solving a need. But having a use case doesn't necessarily mean is solving a problem. So we're not saying it's a bad project. We're not saying it's not achieving what it's set out to achieve. What we're saying is it going to be adopted? Because arguably, if a product is not doing anything new, it's not going to get adopted. People just stick to the ones with a longer track record that they already know and trust. And that's not going to be good for your investments if you have a great product that isn't really adding to the competition.
I completely agree. And the kind of idea that SSM is proposing is unique selling point. What is the unique selling point for this cryptocurrency? Because if there's a high cap gem, maybe even a mid cap gem that aims to do the exact same thing, however, already garners hundreds of millions of dollars in investment, has institutional backing, why would people utilize this micro cap gem, which isn't unique in any way, shape, or form? It's not feeless. It's not faster. There's no use case. There's no unique selling point. for that project. I highly doubt it's going to be adopted by the institutions. So this is what I'm saying. For example, if there's a low cap gem which aims to tackle storage and be a DEX at the same time, why wouldn't the institutions just utilize the top storage cryptocurrency? Or at least the ones that's already being adopted by institutions. Remember, guys, social learning theory. Everyone just follows the crowd, right? If everyone's utilizing Filecoin, the institution's going to utilize Filecoin. Other institutions that want to get into utilizing decentralized storage will utilize Filecoin. That's how it works, guys. So people aren't adopting this cryptocurrency. I highly doubt institutions going to utilize it. Again, I completely agree with what SSM is saying. So hello, what about MITX? Morpheus Labs is a great project. And you guys are probably fed up with me saying this, but had you been on the Patreon, I called Morpheus Labs as well. We did see a nice rally for this cryptocurrency. It did do about a 2x had you got in to the Patreon a while back. It did a 2x yesterday, so it's absolutely great. I do love the project at Morpheus Labs. The reason I like it is because they aim to simplify developing DApps. And any project which aims to simplify developing or simplify creating new algorithms or decentralized apps, I really do like that concept because I think they're going to be utilized well.
Yeah.
So what's your opinions on VeChain, please? Is it a long-term good investment? I do like VeChain, don't get me wrong. But personally, I prefer Morpheus Network. It tackles the same thing. It's in the supply chain industry. However, Morpheus Network's a low-cap gem. I do think duopolies can exist. I don't think the only supply chain cryptocurrency that people are going to utilize is VeChain. Personally, I wouldn't invest into VeChain as a high cap. I would look towards other means. If you're looking for a great high cap, Quant, Algorand, HBAR. If you're looking to still be in the supply chain industry, I highly recommend you check out Morpheus Network. It's a low cap. People are adopting it. People are utilizing it. I think it's going to be just as big as VeChain, in my opinion. Do you have any thoughts on that, SSM?
Yeah, I'm just hearing about Morpheus Network from you. And guys, by the way, if you guys really want to get the alpha on Grace projects, I mean, Seth called Dimitri, he called Nakamoto Games. He has called lots of great gems, Cellframe, KelVPN, since these products were less than 10x their current value. So I think you guys should really check out his Patreon. A lot of people are happy there. I mean, you can tell from the comments. So you guys check it out. Even from my interaction with him, I've seen a lot of great products as well. And Morpheus is one that I'm adding to my list now. I have not heard about it. I always thought VeChain was like, that's the thing about crypto, and is what I was telling you guys the other time. The first mover advantage is so powerful in this space. They tend to overshadow some other low cap gems out there. So if you're able to detect these low cap gems before others hear about it, that's a lot of money. You're going to make big gains. I personally really like VeChain. I think once the pandemic lifts and people move and there's a lot more movements, we can see a lot of gains in projects like VeChain and projects like Morpheus. And I think whenever a movement starts, it always starts with the large caps. Before people start looking at alternatives, faster and better alternatives, because competition is always good and competitors always bring something new to the table. So they can coexist. It's positive that they coexist and they can both do well. But one has far more potential for returns than the other. So VeChain is a good project. I like them personally because they have a very unique use case. I like those kind of projects. If you're interested in VeChain, certainly look into it, do some research on it. I like it personally, and it's a project that I can hold. It's a good one.
So Bitcoin has dipped a bit. What's your take on that? You can go first, SSM.
Yeah, I did say it, and we're talking about it earlier. On Saturday, if you joined us for the live stream, I said, okay, with the way the market is behaving, Bitcoin is holding a support at 23K. It might go up, but guys, that's the weekend. Weekend pumps are not usually too strong because institutions are closed. A lot of big bodies are closed, banks are closed. So retail people is just a playground because crypto is open 247. We can see a lot of things that don't make sense. We can see pumps that don't make sense. But today is Monday. It's the beginning of a week. News can come up that will be bearish for Bitcoin. Crazy things can happen. So the dip, I always expect dips on Mondays, even when things are good in crypto. I don't. Is why I don't do leverage trading, especially on weekends, because weekend behavior for crypto is not really is not reflective of macroeconomic situations. Bitcoin and crypto has its own separate sphere on the weekends. It can't be affected by the news because most bodies are closed, most institutions are not working. So Bitcoin pumping to 23,900 is down over $800 right now. Is kind of to be expected on a Monday in crypto, but nothing too worrying. If we're going to see a breakout, it's either going to break up or down, like Seth says, because we seem to have found a support at 23K. I still think we might rally a bit up, but I'm not too bullish in the short term on Bitcoin. I still think institutions are coming. I think regulators are coming, and Bitcoin might still see one final leg down before the real bull market commences.
That's a good take. I do like that, Suzanne. My take on this comment. You may not like to hear this, guys, and you may not want to hear this. However, you should have been DCing already. After the FTX crash, why wouldn't you have thought to yourself, this was a great opportunity to start to DC into Bitcoin? We saw Bitcoin go all the way down, guys, down to low values. I'm talking about 16, 15K. That was a great opportunity for you guys to invest into Bitcoin. I highly doubt, right? Not even a highly doubt. I bet the people that are commenting in the chat right now, what's your thoughts on Bitcoin? Should you start buying Bitcoin? Are the same people that were commenting that when Bitcoin was at 16K, at 15K. Look, guys, I'm not going to tell you guys the best time to invest into Bitcoin. All I'm going to tell you guys is DCA is important. If you see Bitcoin retrace, DCA. If you're putting $100 a week into Bitcoin, it doesn't really matter what's happening with Bitcoin. Look, I don't want you guys to dump 10K into Bitcoin right now, but I'm saying DCA is the way. That is a little rhyme, guys. Keep that in your head. DCA is the way, because it really is. I was DCAing into Bitcoin after the FTX crash. I got a good bag into Bitcoin down when it was 15K or 16K, around that area, right? That's what I do, because I always DCA. If Bitcoin's at 23K, I'm DCAing. If Bitcoin's at 15K, I'm DCAing. If you guys are too boggled up with what price is the best time to get into Bitcoin, has Bitcoin bottomed? Is Bitcoin going to correct? Then you're going to have a clouded judgment. You're going to hold your bag. You're going to wait. Then Bitcoin's going to fly up to 26K. Maybe the bull run has begun. What are you guys going to do then? You guys missed out on getting into Bitcoin when it was at 15K, 16K. Now you're going to do buy in at 26K, FOMO into Bitcoin. If you just DCA, this wouldn't be a problem. Like SSM always says, you take the emotional factor out. You're not getting your emotions in the way because you're DCAing. So let's have a look at the next comment. Buffer token. You can have a look at this, my friend, very, very quickly. Buffer token.
Arbitrum.
Buffer token. So this is a low cap gem of about $2.6 million in market cap. If we have a look, I don't like the circulating supply, guys. This is very, very low. Arguably, I shouldn't even look at this project anymore. The circulating supply is not to my
7
standards.
million out of 100 million. That's like 7%.
It's very, very low. It's on Uniswap. But again, guys, already off the bat, tokenomics are awful. I'm going to be completely honest, guys. I wouldn't invest in this project solely based off that. So options trading simplified is a non-custodial, exotic options trading platform built to trade short-term price volatility and hedge risk of high leverage positions. Look, guys, they've pulled up a trading view chart right here. Yeah. Look, you can choose to invest into whatever you'd like. Personally, based on the tokenomics, I personally will not invest into this project. That's my take. What's your take?
Yeah, you mentioned it in a previous video. Whenever I see a project that says we can help you trade and make a lot of money, you're not going to be talking about it on this channel because everybody is going to be investing in that project. I mean, project that says it can trade and print money for you for free like that seems too good to be true. You understand?
Yeah, guys, don't fall for the 1,000x returns, in a month if you sign up to this website. It's not worth it. Take a look at Metis. Let's have a look at this Metis really quickly. So, guys, there's so many gems in the chat. Don't worry, we'll get through all the comments. I can see all the comments down below. Don't worry, I'm not ignoring any of them. So, Metis, this is a mid-cap gem. The tokenomics seem fine. Let's have a look at the markets real quick. Okay, so because this is a mid-cap gem, we'll just go into the project because the fact that it's garnered this investment anyways means I guess the tokenomics are fine. I guess the project idea is fine. So powering dApps, business, communities with decentralization by scaling Ethereum to what it's meant to be, boundless. So this is another Ethereum scaling solution. So Ethereum Smart Layer 2, solving the blockchain trilemma without trade, security, scalability, decentralization. So again, this is wholly dependent on your opinions on Ethereum. Personally, I like Ethereum. I think Ethereum is going to be existing for a very, very long time. I don't think people are going to go to other means. I know there's better blockchains out there, but that doesn't mean people are going to utilize them. People are too comfortable. So, if you like Ethereum, I guess this project is great. If it aims to solve the trilemma, security, scalability, decentralization, then this project could do well. What's your thoughts on SSM?
Yeah, again, how is this project different from Polygon is what I would ask. I mean, Polygon is also layer 2 and is the number one layer 2 project on the Ethereum blockchain. So for me to invest in this project, I have to ask the question, like, why should I invest in this project instead of Polygon Matic? Is it, does it have a unique selling point? Is it doing something unique? Is it doing something different? That's the question I would ask. I'm not saying it's a bad project. I'm just saying people like the same reason why Ethereum is leading in the smart contract space is also similar to why Polygon would be leading in the layer 2 competition space, unless these projects can come and say, okay, we have this and it's not on Polygon. So yeah, this might be a good project, but I don't like to jump. I like to jump into something unique, something exciting, something is why I like layer ones. Is why I like things like optimism. Is why Aptos is pumping right now, because they have this factor that, okay, can they overtake Ethereum? They are doing this. Is different from Ethereum. Even if they eventually won't overtake Ethereum, that initial pump, is what people would like to see. So yeah. Okay, you're saying here that Polygon
The
is not
ecosystem is
zero knowledge, so that might be the selling point for Metis, and yeah, that might be a good reason to invest in it. I'll look deeper into it. If it has zero knowledge, which Polygon doesn't have, that's a good thing. So they have a unique selling point.
So again,
I'll
guys,
look deeper into it.
all SSM was saying was a unique selling point is important. If this doesn't differ from Polygon, why would people flood over to use Metis? And again, as Dr. Crypto is adamantly saying in the chat, there is a difference. You can read some of these. Polygon doesn't have a DAC upgrade. Polygon doesn't have Rangers mining upgrade. And Polygon is not decentralized. Polygon is not zero knowledge. So he clearly stated the unique selling point for this project. Dr. Crypto, we've seen in the chat. Don't worry. So guys, all we're saying is think for yourself. Is there a unique selling point for Metis? If there is, ask yourself, do you think it's going to be adopted by institutions, adopted by the masses? I believe in Ethereum, so arguably I think it's going to be adopted. So that's my take. Did you check out Miria? I do believe I did check out Miria, because I think you did DM me Miria, and I had a look at it. I didn't get back to you though, but let's have a quick look at Miria right now. Not this, that's not it. Let's get it up. Miria. The Myriad Social. Is this the project you're referring to, my friend?
There's several Myriad here.
I do believe it's giving me,
uncensorable decentralized social network. Okay. I think it's decentralized social media, like Deso.
Again, so my thoughts on decentralized social media is very, very clear, guys. Personally, I think it's too early for these projects to go absolutely parabolic. Look, we could see some nice rallies to the upside. However, will this project be adopted by the masses, or is it just carried by the investment opportunity? I think right now it's too early for the next decentralized social media. But that's kind of why I like decentralized social. It doesn't really matter. I don't think the next decentralized Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube is here now. Personally, I don't think people will be utilizing Vabble. Don't get me wrong, it could be a good investment opportunity, but I don't think the masses are going to be utilizing Vabble. However, I'm betting on the Deso. I'm betting on Theta Network. I'm betting on the blockchains which aim to help build the next decentralized social media. So maybe 5 years down the line, when someone decides to build the next decentralized social media and it actually gets utilized, it will do well. I'm betting on the blockchains. I'm betting on the layer 1 blockchains, guys. That's my thought. Hyper is getting a lot of hype. Let's have a look at
It's got hype in the name.
It's mainly because it's got hype in the name, guys. Let's have a quick look at Hyper. So Hyperchain X. Oh, we reviewed this on the last live stream. I do remember. It is up 87% today. Wow, all these microcap gems, guys, they can go on a lot of rallies. The liquidity is low. You never know what can happen. But again, guys, it depends what you're looking for. Are you looking for that quick buck? Are you looking for that quick 2x? Are you looking for that 100x? If you're looking for that 100x, then you got to bet long term. Don't just look for that quick buck. So I think we did review this on the last live stream, so we won't spend too much time on it. So DAC upgrade in Metis is unique. Many will miss it. High for all. Seth, can you look at Hyper? So we have had a look at Hyper in the last live stream, but if enough of you want us to have a quick look at Hyper, we will have another look at it again. But there's a lot of comments we have to get through, guys. A lot. We'll have a quick look at Hyper, guys.
Yeah, there are also some comments on my channel as well saying we should look at some projects. I'll send them over to you so you can bring it up on your screen.
No worries. Bridging the gap between the blockchain and gaming. Again, guys, does this project have a unique selling point? This is what I want all of you guys to do when you have a look at the project. We've talked about everything you need to do when looking at the investment opportunity on several live streams, the liquidity, the tokenomics, the markets, But let's look at the project idea. Something you guys need to ask yourself is, does this project have a unique selling point? If it does, then we can look further. If it doesn't, and it's a low cap gem, and it's merely mimicking Polygon, for example, arguably it's not going to do very, very well. So let's have a look. Bridging the gap between the blockchain and gaming. What I recommend you guys do is you go to the white paper. They can say whatever they want to say on the website, but on the white paper, it will truly say what they aim to do. So Hyperchain X is the next-gen gaming platform, and we provide our users with new opportunities by connecting two major industries. I suppose it's gaming and the blockchain. We've seen a lot of projects which aim to do that. So this is what they are. We're an all-in-one crypto gaming platform that consists of an NFT marketplace that is tailored to the gaming industry. We products such as high 1v1, high-stake battles, buy-in tournaments, live stream league. So again, guys, I suppose this is some esports social media platform. We've seen other NFT marketplaces, guys. For example, Altura. I love Altura. I think Altura is going to do very, very well. That's a little bit different. So I guess the unique selling point for this cryptocurrency is the tournaments. The tournament seems to be the unique selling point. So for you guys that do play games, I personally don't play games. If you guys believe that people are going to adopt a platform which helps provide 1v1s and tournaments, then this could be the project for you guys to invest into.
Yeah, and I think can you bring up Chain Games? Chain Games does something very similar. So maybe we'll compare them and see whether it has the potential. I've been hearing about this hyper chain, but it's just got 15% in circulation. I think that might also be a cause for concern.
15%
Chain
circulation.
Games. No, is this the same? No, it's not this Chain Games. Are we looking at the same? Let me see. Yeah, that's it. I'm using CoinMarketCap. It's kind of a different logo here. Okay, so yeah, Chain Games too does the same thing. They host tournaments, and it all depends on adoption. That's the thing about game returning players. So who has the better game? Who's going to bring in, more returning players? Who's going to keep their players engaged? That's the thing about gaming crypto, guys. Even outside of crypto, gaming is extremely competitive. I mean, I've been following games a lot, and you can check out the history of Skullgirls. They took like 5 years, the community pushing it constantly before it became mainstream. So the same thing is arguably going to happen with crypto gaming. If we see pumps, another thing about gaming projects is it's quite challenging, really, because you see the developers. I see them, like I've interacted with them, and I know developers struggle a lot with whether they should focus on the financial aspect of the games or the playability, the fun factor of the game. I personally always tell them, make sure the game is fun. The finances will help themselves, but they're like, yeah, but people want to buy our tokens and make money. So the people investing in crypto gaming, it can be a bit of a confusing double-edged sword, because you want to buy me. I only invest in gaming projects that I like personally, that I can have fun with. If you're investing in a gaming project because you want to just buy it and make some money out of it, then you should be investing in narratives that are going to make you a lot of money instead. You should be investing in AI. If you're going to invest in a game, invest in a game you have fun playing, that you enjoy, and that can bring in returning players, because that's when a gaming project can do well. In addition to that, I'm playing the game, I'm having fun with it. There's an option for earning. So I don't mind holding a project like that. You can hold a project that you have fun with much more longer than a project that you're buying, hoping it does a 10x, but you have no idea what it's doing. So Nakamoto Games, oh, I'm good at 8 ball pool. I'm going to challenge my friend Seth. And, we're going to place $100 each. I'm going to beat him up and collect his money from him in that game. That's a reason for me to hold that project. I can still make money out of it without from playing to earn, without just waiting for the tokenomics to kick in and the projects to be adopted. Invest in projects that you personally believe in, and that's when you can make gains with gaming projects, in my opinion, anyway.
That's a great take. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Projects like HyperX or HyperX Chain or Hyperchain X, however you say it, aren't going to do too well. Look, you may make a quick buck. It is up 98% today. It's increased about 10% since we got it up on our screen. But there's 1,000 other cryptocurrencies which aim to do the same. How many NFT marketplaces do we need? How many gaming blockchain bridges do we need? There's thousands of these projects, guys. It's not worth diversifying. I've talked about this before. Don't get caught up. These are essentially just meme coins in the gaming industry. They promise you fake utility. There's thousands of projects like this. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I am not going to invest into this project. The fact that the circulating supply in the market cap isn't listed is a red flag in itself. So don't need to diversify, guys. I've talked about this so much. You don't need thousands of gaming projects in your portfolio. Maybe about 5, more than 5, and I think you guys are getting a little bit too ambitious in your portfolio. Hi, Seth. Why are you so bullish on Quant? You mentioned it. If you had 10K, you put it all in Quant on one of your lives. I completely agree, my brother. I am very, very bullish on Quant. I think it's a great project. It's an ISO 222 compliant token as well. So it does meet the regulation needs. However, it's one of those high caps that I see having real utility. Institutions are going to adopt it. And at the end of the day, guys, it doesn't really matter if everyone in this live stream is investing into a cryptocurrency. What moves projects is the institutional adoption. If institutions are going to utilize this crypto, then it's going to go to the moon. And that is where Quant comes in. It's also interoperable. And why that's important is because there's so many different blockchains out there, guys. So many different blockchains. And they all have so many different use cases. So the fact that Quant is interoperable is a major plus. I do love the project. I highly recommend you go watch SSM video on Quant. Watch my videos on Quant if you'd like a more in-depth analysis on the project. However, if I had to bet 10K on a high cap, it's all going in Quant.
Yeah, same here. That's why I like it. High caps present an investment opportunity that is, even though it's slower, we're not going to see 100x in a year, but it's a high cap. It's got the institutions behind it, and in addition to that, Quant has a far less circulating supply than Bitcoin. Just 14 million tokens, guys. So it's highly deflationary, and 83% of that is already out there on the market. So Quant has so much potential. It has real world utility. Banks use it. It's a good payment solution. People inside the crypto space and outside the crypto space are using Quant already. It makes crypto easy. So as long as the crypto space is alive, as long as crypto exists, Quant is going to remain relevant. That's why I like that project. It's a great high cap gem.
So what are your thoughts on XRP if they beat the case? So my thoughts on XRP as a whole is arguably I don't like the centralization behind XRP. As you guys know, it's XRP and Ripple. Ripple's the company behind XRP. And the reason I do like projects which have public blockchains is because anyone can utilize the blockchain if it's public. Quant isn't public, it's private. So Quant or Ripple, the company, decide who can use Ripple. They get to pick. For example, if XRP gets loads of, let's say, political investment into the cryptocurrency, imagine it, this is a hypothetical, but let's say a government decides to invest loads of money into XRP, loads, the company, the team, they can now choose who get to utilize the XRP blockchain because it is a company that are behind XRP. But again, in terms of the investment opportunity, because who cares about my opinion on XRP? In terms of the investment opportunity, if they win the case, which a lot of people do believe they're going to do, then XRP will go to the absolute moon. That is just the honest truth regarding XRP. But again, it's all if you're willing to take that risk on XRP. How much do you think in gains are you looking for XRP? If it doesn't beat projects like Quant, if it doesn't beat projects like, let's say, VeChain or Near Protocol, is it worth investing into XRP in that case? Is it worth taking that risk? Because if XRP is only going to do a 60x, why not invest into Quant? Arguably, Quant's going to do a 60x, and it's way less risky. So that's my thoughts. What's your thoughts,
Yeah, similar, man, because this is crypto. People aren't too scared about, whether or not whales are in it and stuff like that. What they're paying attention to is whether or not they win the case. And if they win the case, man, people are just going to pump that coin and it's going to explode. But I don't think it's worth taking that risk. I'm not saying SRP is a bad project. It's actually a cool project, a lot of payment solutions and all of that. But I would rather, there are many other high caps that I would rather invest in.
I completely agree. So let's have a look at Battle Infinity. We did get a donation from Cryptomania regarding Battle Infinity. He's trying to skip the queue out of all the comments. If hundreds of comments, guys. If you guys would like to skip the queue, that is a good way of doing it. But let's have a quick look at Battle Infinity. Staking is here. Staking now and earn 25% APY.
That's high.
So it's a gaming platform where each system hosts multiple P2P battle games integrated with the metaverse world called the Battle Arena. So first thoughts, this is a metaverse cryptocurrency. You guys know how I feel about metaverse. The metaverse is about 10 years too early. Most of the metaverse projects we have nowadays are carried on hype. There's a lot of hype around the metaverse. If you guys believe that people are going to be wearing their goggles anytime soon, right, sat at home all day in the metaverse, then come on, guys, use a bit of brain power there. It's unlikely going to happen. So first, you need to understand is all of these projects are carried by investors in hype, not gamers. There is no adoption with these metaverse cryptocurrencies at all, guys, at all. However, do we believe that this project is going to garner that investment needed? If we have a look, it's $5 million in market cap. If we look at the circulating supply, it's around 33%, which is not too bad, especially for a gaming cryptocurrency. I've seen worse. It's on PancakeSwap Nexi. If we have a look at the liquidity in this project, then we can have a better understanding of how much money it needs to drive that price up. I bat. Let's have a quick look, guys. Again, 1.5 million merely on the DEX. So in total, it's probably around $3 million or maybe a little bit less, maybe about $2 million in this cryptocurrency. So let's say we like this project to do 100x from this current point. 100x for this project. We would need about $200 million invested into Battle Infinity for us to get that 100x, which is a lot of money. The only people or the only organizations, institutions that have it is just institutions, guys. I'm not walking around with $200 million to put into Battle Infinity. Neither are you guys. However, institutions are the ones that have that money to push the investment. So I don't believe, personally, based off what I've seen, that Battle Infinity can garner that $200 million in investment needed to push it up to do 100x. So personally, like we talked about before, I don't think it's worth investing into this cryptocurrency. But that's my take on crypto on this project, Cryptomania. So do you have any thoughts on SSM?
Yeah, it's the same thing we've been saying over and over again about gaming projects. You don't have to invest in every gaming project out there, even if they look good, even if they have interesting graphics and narratives. It's just it's a bit more of a promise right now with Battle Infinity, and it's actually quite impressive what they're able to do so far. I like the tokenomics. They have a $5 million market cap, and with 1.2 million, close to $2 million in liquidity, it's an impressive project. It's not necessarily something I would invest in, but if you believe, it's up to you in the end. If you believe this project can do 100x because it's addictive, look at Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity went viral. So that kind of viral sensation, if you believe your game can go viral as well, then fine. But personally, I don't think there are a lot of gaming projects. I don't think just picking one that will go viral is kind of like winning a lottery. So for me to invest in a gaming project, I have to really like it, and it has to be doing something really, really good that would attract players naturally.
That's very, very true. But guys, I'm going to be completely honest. Look for real utility. Arguably, the next bull run is going to be the bull run of utility. Layer ones, AI, quantum computing is going to do very, very well in the next bull run, in my opinion. The gaming cryptocurrencies, yes, they do perform well. They have performed well in the past. However, I think we're going to see a move away from gaming NFTs and all these apes and a move towards utility. So look for great projects, guys, and we're calling loads of them over our channels. Demetra could go bonkers. Thanks for the call. Encourage that you read up on Ultra. Easy top 3 gaming project. Thank you, my friend. I did call Demetra. Demetra is a great project. Had you been on the Patreon, you'd be up about 3 to 4x your money on Demetra. Let's have a look here, guys. Hi there. Really great info from you guys. I bought Demetra after you guys talked about it. It already made me good gains. Maybe you can tell me your thoughts on about Icon. Thanks, guys. As you guys can see, evidence right here. Don't even have to listen to me. Listen to the people over the Patreon.
Yeah, you've made a lot of people happy with Demetra. You know, you and Archie really have outdone yourselves on that one.
So let's have a look at Icon. And then we're going to have a look at Radix, because I did believe someone put that in your chat, Seth. Icon. Let's have a look. So is it ICX? Is it this project right here? So again, this is a mid-cap gem. If you have a look at the markets real quick. Okay, Binance, the biggest exchange out there, and crypto.com as well. So let's have a look at the project idea. Guys, regarding a mid-cap gem, probably the most important thing you have to look at is the project idea. The fact that it's a mid-cap gem means it has garnered that investment already. So the main idea you need to look at is the project. If the project isn't good, then again, it probably won't go to the moon. Let's have a look. So connecting blockchains and communities, public blockchain, protocol building a hyperconnected future with BTP, our chain agnostic interoperability solution. So again, I think this aims to bridge different blockchains. Interoperability seems to be their main point, secure interoperability. So it enables cross-chain communication between smart contracts. Yeah, so interoperability is the main idea. So projects like this could do very, very well. You know, there's a lot of different blockchains out there, guys. You guys know this. How many blockchains are there? So a project which aims to connect the main blockchains could do very, very well. Again, it's personal preference. If you believe that this is going to be one of the main factors that drive in the next one, then that's your own prerogative.
What?
So do not miss Mac upgrade in Metis. Hell of an upgrade. We'll have a look at it, my friend. Don't worry. I know you love the project. We'll have a look at it. Crypto Archie, Morpheus Network. Morpheus Network is a gem. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. The Two Kings, good to see you back at it. What are your thoughts on Mask? SSM, give your thoughts on Mask, because I know you love this project. You're very bullish on this project.
You know I do. I'm very bullish on the Mask, project. I've been covering it for a very long time on my channel now, because I really believe that Bitcoin was able to remove the borders when it comes to payments, and Mask aims to do that with the internet. You know, we've been able to understand the need and the importance of a borderless means of payment. We should also be able to understand that a borderless means of browsing, a borderless means of internet is extremely important. It's not good. We've seen it a lot of times, different countries cutting off the internet whenever their people speak up and they want the rest of the world to know. So Mask aims to solve that. In addition to providing a borderless internet, there's going to also be a VPN, so you can also access. So Mask is just, connecting the whole world when it comes to the internet. That alone is a very strong utility, and that utility is what drives the growth of a project. Mask didn't have any VC funding. It didn't have any big whales backing it up. That's what you like to see in a project, because it's similar to the origin story of Bitcoin. Bitcoin grew because of its adoption. People were able to understand its use case. I believe people will be able to understand the importance of privacy and a decentralized internet as well. And Mask does it well. It also rewards you with its utility token for providing the internet service and bandwidth. So a lot of utility, something that is able to generate demand, something that is people actually need, that is useful, that has real world use case. I'm really bullish on Mask. I believe it will be here for a very long time in the crypto space, especially if that becomes a narrative. We've seen FTX collapse, we've seen Celsius go bankrupt, a lot of things. So I think security, privacy, more decentralization, people are going to understand that these things are extremely important, and the Mask token, the Mask project helps in that regard.
Guys, why wouldn't you invest in a project where its main aim is privacy and security? Would you guys like data breaches? Wouldn't you guys like to be secure with your data? We know, guys, we all know, let's be honest here. We all know big tech sell our data for a profit. We all know they control our data, they manipulate our data, they sell it for a profit. I don't like that. That's why I understand that security arguably will be a narrative in the next bull run. So mask, lossless, any of these cryptocurrencies where security is their main theme, as long as they have a unique selling point, I bet they're going to do very, very well in the next bull run.
Yeah.
So what if we have a major war lull? What were we going to say?
Yeah, I wanted no, make your points first. I want to. Okay, LOL. Before that, someone is asking on my channel. It says, what about Naka? What's your opinion on Naka? So I think we've covered that already. Like, I'm also bullish on Naka. I like the project. When it comes to gaming projects, I've mentioned it earlier. It's better to have gaming projects that you like personally, that you are willing to play. If you can't play it, don't hold it, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, I'm still bullish on Naka. I believe Naka is going to do well. And they also told us to look into Radix, Radix. Can you bring that up, Seth?
Yeah, we'll have a quick look at it. But a quick point at Nakamoto, guys, is go watch my video right here. It actually has the same thumbnail of this live stream. But go watch this here. The best gaming crypto for the next bull run. I discussed Nakamoto in depth. So you guys are looking for Nakamoto content, that is the right place for you. It's a great project. But let's have a look at XRD. This is a mid-cap gem, guys. So we can go straight to the project idea, as we said before. So radically different DeFi. It's another DeFi. So welcome to the full stack for DeFi, the only decentralized network that lets you build fast, rewards everyone who makes it better, and scales without friction. I've heard a lot of projects that claim to be the only one doing that. But let's have a quick look. Rewards everyone who makes it better and scales without friction. So I guess the main selling point is scalability behind this project, because they're saying it scales without friction. So let's see, look at the use cases. Oh, I like this website. Use cases. Yeah. So smart money apps. Radix is built on an open, interconnected platform where the full range of powerful DeFi applications will be built securely and safely. So this is for building DeFi applications. So stablecoins.
Yeah, okay. It's developer focused. I'm liking the project. It looks nice.
Again, this brings me back to my point I said before. A solution which aims to encompass everything can do very, very well. Don't get me wrong. But a few different things here, for example, stablecoins, CELO, RSR, they aim to tackle stablecoins. That's all they do. For example, of RSR, stablecoins is their main point. So in the stablecoin field, they'll probably do better. However, I am liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking the clean user interface. User interface can go a long way. So this project does seem pretty decent. I do like it.
Is it a layer one? Is it a layer one blockchain? I think that's that. If it's a layer one, then, or maybe it's a smart contract blockchain. Because if it's a layer one and it's a smart contract blockchain, then yeah, that's what smart contracts aims to do. Creating dApps and things like that. So it's fair for layer ones to try to tackle many things at once. Kind of like the way Tezos wants to have dApps, NFTs, stable coins and the likes. However, if it's a layer 2 that is trying to do so many things, then that's when I believe, yeah, it makes a lot of sense for a project to focus on just one thing. So let me have a look at it on my side. If Radix is a layer 1 blockchain.
So again, guys, there's so many different projects out there. Think about it. I review hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of projects, guys. But again, my portfolio doesn't change. And the reason my portfolio doesn't change is you don't need to diversify as much as you guys think. I have a theory, and I talk about this on pretty much every single live stream. A mid-cap is a mid-cap for a reason. The reason a mid-cap isn't a high-cap is probably because there was something wrong with it. Probably because it couldn't garner that investment needed. If a mid-cap was such a perfect project and would be utilized by the masses, why is it not already a high-cap? Obviously, there's a few exceptions. For example, Gala Games, I think, is an exception. I think that's an amazing project. And there's a few exceptions here and there. However, there's so many mid-caps out there, guys. And the reason they're mid-cap and they're not a high-cap is because for some reason they couldn't bridge that gap in terms of the investment needed.
Yeah, Radix is a layer 1 blockchain. And that's good. I like it. Not just a layer 1, it's also a smart contract blockchain. So I'm going to have a deeper look at it. I like, if you watch the videos on my channel, you will know I like smart contracts cryptocurrency projects because they are able to adapt and allow people create dApps, decentralized applications, which can meet new narratives, which can solve problems. So Radix is a layer one smart contracts cryptocurrency project, and they are claiming high scalability, open and secure network. It might be is a potential gem because we've got Aptos. I'm not really sure what Aptos does yet. I'm not hitting on Aptos, but that's also a layer one blockchain. And smart contracts can drive new narratives. There's this excitement around it. Ethereum is still going to be the king of smart contracts, but let's see. I'm going to see what Radix is going to bring to the competition.
I completely agree, and arguably layer ones is going to be a narrative in the next bull run. I do think layer ones are going to perform quite well. If you guys are over at my channel, I did put out a poll. And I said, what do you think the next narrative is going to be? 385 votes. AI got 50%, Web3 got 14%. 10% of people do believe that layer ones is going to be a narrative in the next bull run that they're betting on. So again, you guys can see, I personally believe that layer ones will be a good narrative in the next bull run too. So what if we have a major war, lol? How do you think that'll affect the bull run? I'm not an alarmist, but I'm aware of this happening geopolitically. Just curious what your thoughts are. So this is a very, very good point, guys, because yes, the bull run arguably is tied to the Bitcoin halving and many, many more things. However, it is heavily tied to macroeconomics, and macroeconomics is tied to geopolitics. So if we do have any altercations in this current climate we're in, any wars, anything starts, then this will have a major effect on the next bull run. Arguably, the bull run is going to be delayed for a very, very long time. You could see that as a positive. You could see that as a negative. And a lot of you guys are looking for that quick buck. However, I'm still going to be accumulating. Look, funds are going to be low. Interest rates are going to be high. We're going to be, arguably, we're going to be in a recession for a very, very long time. However, I'm going to be accumulating. I'm going to be creating content. Crypto will be in a winter for a very, very long time. However, guys, I will still be accumulating. That's my thoughts. What's your thoughts, SSM?
Yeah, definitely. Just DCA, guys, is you can't go wrong with dollar cost averaging. And some might even argue that whenever there's a geopolitical issue like that, borders might have less meaning, and Bitcoin is borderless, so it might even have more value in times like that. Who knows? Because I don't want your currency, your country is unstable by then. So yeah, just keep dollar cost averaging. Either way, we all know the whole world is already aware of what Bitcoin can do. A lot of millions of people are willing to accept it. So as long as you DCA, you should be fine either way.
Yeah, I completely agree. But a simple way to look at it, guys, is the bull run will be delayed. We may see a nice mini rally, but the bull run will be delayed if something major does happen, if macroeconomics does take a massive hit. So Hyper, we've had a look at Hyper, my friend. Seth, I've texted you. I want to join the Patreon. Thank you, my brother. I will reply after this live stream. Any of you guys that do want to join the Patreon through crypto, do text me on Telegram. The Telegram link is down below. You can message me on there. So it's just BlackRock is playing with Bitcoin. It's not necessarily untrue. I'm not going to call him a conspiracy theorist because BlackRock do own a lot of shares in a lot of major companies out there. So again, it's a theory. I'm not going to call it a conspiracy theory because arguably it is true. Seth is a top guy. His calls are the right to the point and are unbiased. Again, it's very, very true. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to tell you guys that Metaship, Dog, Elon Gate is going to go to the moon. I'm not going to tell you that every single one of these NFT projects are going to go to the moon. I'm not going to tell you guys that every single gaming project out there is going to do well. I'm going to be completely honest. For example, of HyperX, I'm not investing in HyperX. I don't think it's going to garner that investment. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't want you guys to lose money in the next one. Look, I made my money, but I want you guys to make money too. So I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm going to steer you guys away from meme coins and SHIB coins and Inu coins. I'm going to steer you guys towards utility. And that's one of the main aims at my channel. So FOMC meeting in the United States going to bring Bitcoin down? What's your thoughts on that, SSM?
Yeah, it's what I was telling you earlier in the live stream. It's a new week. We don't know what's going to happen. A lot of news are going to come out. A lot of, new narratives can pop up. So I don't know. It might be a shaky week for Bitcoin. Who knows? But Bitcoin has been moving sideways for a while now. It's either it breaks up or down, like Archie says.
But again, guys, DCA is the way. Who cares? Take the emotional factor out of the way. If you're DCAing, if you bring $100 a week, for example, you're not going to care. If it goes down, a bonus. If it goes up, again, you're DCAing. So could you please review Happy, Landshare, and Realm 3-in-1? Okay, we can have a look at Happy. I've had a look at that on my channel. Regarding Landshare, a quick review is I think there's better real estate cryptocurrencies out there that you could invest into. I know Landshare is a microcap gem. However, again, there's a degree of risk behind every single cryptocurrency. I do believe other cryptocurrencies that are in the real estate industry are doing what Landshare aimed to do, but better. Regarding Realm, I don't particularly like Realm. And the reason I don't like Realm is because it actually is unplayable. If you try and play Realm, it's glitchy, you move around. It's just covered on hype, guys. You guys understand this. The metaverse is too early. Don't get me wrong. Some of these gaming projects will do well. Gala, Nakamoto, and many, many more. However, I don't think you need to be betting into these gaming microcaps. They are risky. If you put $1,000 into Realm, you could lose $1,000. If you put $1,000 into Nakamoto, you could lose $1,000. However, it's less risky because the project is actually playable, will be adopted. It's gone on some nice rallies. Again, that's my thoughts. What's your thoughts on SSN?
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually surprised with how much gaming cryptos you've gone into. I mean, you must be getting a lot of requests if you already know off the bat what Realm, Launch, and Happy are. I myself, I don't like to look into too much gaming crypto projects. Like just a few of them that I know. Guys, again, just make sure you are holding good gaming projects. You don't need to hold all of them. The ones you are holding, make sure if you can't play it, don't hold it. I think I'll just keep saying that phrase here. Then, if you can't play it, don't hold it. Make sure you
Yeah, I
invest in
completely
something
agree.
interesting.
I know hundreds of coins off by heart. I review hundreds of coins. I've actually reviewed Happy Protocol previously on several different live streams, but we'll do it again. Happy on-chain cybersecurity protocol. Again, this is in security industry. Arguably, that'll do very, very well in the next forum. But again, guys, it's a low-cap gem. Where do you see this cryptocurrency going? This is what I'm going to tell you guys. We're going to go through this one very, very carefully because I want you guys to realize something. How high do you think this cryptocurrency is going to go? Genuinely, I want you guys to be honest with me. How high do you see this project going? Let's say we see this project going to $1 billion in market cap, that golden market cap. Let's see we see Happy Protocol reaching that $1 billion in market cap. We're going to calculate it, guys. If this project, hypothetically speaking, reaches $1 billion in market cap from the current point, we're talking about 83x your money. However, there's a degree of risk. You're risking however much you want to invest into this project for an 83x. It's going to be very, very hard for this project to reach higher than $1 billion in market cap. It's going to be very, very hard for this project to reach $1 billion in the first place. But let's just say it does. It's only 83x your money. Why would you risk your bag for an 83x to $1 billion in market cap? Quant arguably is going to do a 60x. So it's a 20x difference between these two projects. Personally, I wouldn't risk my bag for a mere 83x on a project which arguably may not garner that institutional investment. But I would bet my money on a project like Quant, which is a high cap, which is going to do a 60x arguably, that can garner that institutional investment, that already is garnering that institutional usage. Do you get my point there, guys? Don't bet on these projects that are microcaps that could do an 80x, 100x, if there's a better equivalent that's a high cap that is less risky. It seems like a no-brainer to me, my friend.
Yeah, definitely. It's why I like high caps as well. If you want to invest in micro caps like that, at least it should be worth the should I say risk? It should be it should be worth the risk. I mean, an 80x for a project you're not sure will do well. There are many high caps that can give you better or the same returns for far less risk.
It's all risk and reward, right? Yeah. You're risking a big bag for reward on a project that is very, very risky. But you can risk the same bag on a project which is less risky and get a little bit less rewards. However, it's less risky. It's arguably going to reach that value more than this project would. So is 8pay worth investing? It's not moving at all up or down. So guys, you do need to understand, not every single crypto project is going to go on a rally. We're in the depths of a bear market. You guys need to understand this. Bitcoin is at a mere what? It's at its 20K, it's 20. So it's not guaranteed that every single project is going to rally to the moon. If you have a look at the 8pay chart, the last 30 days, let's just say, it has remained relatively stable. We've seen a pump right here. But again, guys, the liquidity is about 350K in 8pay. For it to move, for it to do a 2x, you need another $350,000 invested into 8pay for it to do that 2x. So it's a market cap, it's relatively unknown. So for it to just magically get 350K invested into it, it's going to be pretty hard. You can't just garner that investment straight off the bat. So again, the marketing team for 8pay need to increase. They need to increase on the markets as well. The problem I see with 8pay is the limited markets. If you have a look, it's mainly on PancakeSwap and BitGlobal. No one even uses Ocean, and BitGlobal. So people are only investing through PancakeSwap, which is very, very hard for it to push up that price. It's very, very hard for it to get that investment. So again, wait patiently. That's my opinion. There's so many comments here, guys. We're going to have to get through all of these. So we're going to skip through a few of these. If they're reviews and we reviewed them, we're not going to read them out. There's so many different ones here, guys. I recommend you join the free Telegram group and you can put it in the chat if you guys would like us to have a look. You're going to miss Metis, Lattice token, LTX, your opinion. It's a great project. I think it could do very, very well. What's your thoughts, SSM?
What projects? Can you bring it up?
LTX.
LTX. Let me check it.
So while you check that, I'll have a look. What do you think about Stakos? Stakos. We'll have a quick look at this, guys. But again, there are so many different projects and we don't have all day. We may be doing a live stream later if you guys are in the stream. So you may be tuned in later and can go through some of these projects that we're not going through now. So tokenomics are fine. Low cap gem. Wow. So this is mainly on PancakeSwap and Uniswap. I don't think there's going to get a lot of investment into these exchanges there. I have a quick look at the liquidity in this project for you, my friend. So over the ETH pair, there's about 100K in liquidity for this project. So for this project to do a 10x on this current point, it does need $1 million invested. For it to do 100x on this current point, it does need $100 million invested into this project. No, $10 million invested into this project. So what are you going to say, SSM?
Yeah, I just took a look at the LTX now. It's okay. It's another DeFi project that allows swapping between different blockchains. Again, it's not necessary. It's just there and it does what it's doing well. I prefer to invest in other projects that have unique selling points, but it's a good project if you believe it has a unique selling point that would garner more adoption.
Okay, very, very true. Lol, Dr. Crypto, Polygon doesn't have Vitalik Mother on the team. Will you please give a list of 1,000x, 100x coins on domains like AI, gaming, metaverse, Web3, decentralized social media? Well, I'll give you a few of them, but I'm not going to give you all of them. The people at the Patreon have access to my portfolio, so I can't just give you guys information for free. If you would like more information on my portfolio, I highly recommend you join the Patreon. But I will give you one from each sector. In terms of AI, I'm going to be betting on Singularity Net. In terms of gaming, I'm going to be betting on Gala Games. In terms of metaverse, I'm going to be honest here, guys. I'm not betting on any metaverse project for the next forum. I don't believe it's worth putting your money into a metaverse project when you can get better investments elsewhere with better returns. But you could argue Nakamoto. They have a Nakaverse within the Nakamoto game, so arguably that could be metaverse. Web3. I am betting on decentralized social or Altura for Web3. In terms of decentralized social media, okay, I guess Deso then for decentralized social media. That's my thoughts. What about you, SSM?
Yeah, I've got a lot of videos on my channel talking about top projects in different fields. For AI, I love Singularity Net. It's very good because of its track record, Dr. Benji, and all of that. For gaming, I love CD5 Fund, S Fund. I'm always talking about S Fund. Whenever it happens, whenever the gaming bull run starts again, we are definitely going to see a lot of people wanting to get in early on great projects. And with CD5 token, you can get in early on projects with a lot of hype and projects that has been vetted by the team. So I'm really bullish on CD5. Even now, you still see projects popping up that give a lot of returns when they launch, and the ability to get in early in crypto is always a big deal. It will make you a lot of money. So I like CD5, I like S Fund because of that. For metaverse projects, there are not much that I know of or that I'm looking into right now that I like. Web3 and decentralized, I like Deso. as well. It's a good decentralized social media, and I've been talking about this project for a very long time now, and I'm happy to see it doing well. Audios token is another form of decentralized social media, but for music. When people talk about NFTs, the first thing they think about is JPEGs. But NFT also has music. There are NFT musics, there are NFT videos, and there's more to NFTs than just monkey pics. So you can see projects like Audios, the musical aspect of crypto. People don't pay too much attention to it now, but I think it's also a big deal in social media space. Audios token will do well, in my opinion. Then there's film crypto for decentralized video. So yeah, with Netflix making bad decisions every other day, I think people are going to move over to platforms that actually listen to people, or that actually people can control in a decentralized format. And projects like Film Crib, which we've covered on Crypto Gem Hunters, I think those ones too would do well.
I completely agree. Film Crib is a great project. For those over the Patreon, had you been a Patreon member, you would have got 30x. Yes, 30x your money on Film Crib. I did do a buy alert over on my Patreon for Film Crib. So those of the Patreon are very, very happy if you were there. So moving on, guys. Low caps. We got GTH, BDP, WTK, MITX, Trias, and Crew. Great projects there. Gather's a good project. However, I do think there's better alternatives. BDP, that's a great project too. I do like the project. Big Data Protocol is a great gem, in my opinion, in the storage industry. WordsPay is a great pick too. Morpheus Labs is amazing, guys. I highly recommend you check it out. Trias as well is a great gem. I highly recommend you check that out too. And Crust is a great gem as well.
Yeah, this guy has got good taste. He picked a lot of good ones.
I can see you've been watching my videos because I've covered every single one of those cryptocurrencies on my channel, my friend. So open leverage, OLE. What about Move? Okay, we'll have a quick look at OLE, guys, but we can't go through every single one of these gems, or else we're going to be here for about 5 hours, guys. OLE. So, is it open leverage? Is that what he's talking about? So no market cap, no circulating supply. It is on PancakeSwap and KuCoin with the USDT pair. Let's have a quick look at it, guys. But I can already tell I'm not having the best opinions. It's another DeFi project. Leverage possibilities of permissionless lending and margin trading. Open leverage enables long and short positions on any pairs, on any decentralized exchanges. Really? On any pairs, on any decentralized exchange? That's a big claim. Let's have a look if it's possible. So any pair on any decentralized exchange. But what are the crypto projects I'm allowed to do? Because if it's just Bitcoin on a decentralized exchange, and who cares? So, let's have a look at the pairs here. So we can see, so there isn't much pairs I can see. I can see Floki Inu. That's about it. So again, this project is in its infancy. So it's a bold claim. So again,
but
project could do well.
They're ambitious, to say the least. Honestly, I think they are really ambitious for them to try to, do decentralized form of leverage trading, But I'm actually the last person on earth that would use their platform, because I'm not a fan of leverage trading. I just don't fancy that idea in crypto.
The thing is with this idea,
space needs it.
I completely agree. Like Sam just said, the crypto space doesn't need it. It really doesn't need it, guys. But the thing is with this project idea is a decentralized exchange could simply implement leverage trading. They don't actually need to utilize another platform. If they want to have leverage trading on their platform, they could implement it themselves. So a project like this may seem like it has good utility. However, what's stopping the decentralized exchanges just to implement leverage trading? Nothing. They could do it if they wanted to. So what about Move? But to be honest, SSM is right. Matic is safer and semi-guaranteed play. Completely agree. SSM knows what he's talking about, guys. He's a very smart guy. Peace and love from South Africa, Seth and Dr. Crypto. Thoughts on Spin Top Games and Revolve Games? So Revolve Games, it's going on a nice rally, as we can see, guys. But it all just depends. It really all depends, guys. It depends how risky you want to be, how many low caps you want to invest into, whether you believe in the platform. I highly recommend you go earlier to the live stream where we did talk about Revolve Games. The project is in its infancy. Personally, I would bet on Nakamoto over Evolve Games. I like what they're doing. But again, guys, it's up to you guys. What's your thoughts, SSN?
Yeah, I personally I like. I told you guys it's games that I personally play or like. I think you have to have a personal connection with the crypto projects you hold to an extent, because if you don't, gaming to an extent, you don't need to understand too much of DeFi or coding, like the other project. But gaming is something you can do yourself. You can test it out yourself. So play Revolve games. If it's fun, if you believe other people will find this fun, then it's to do well. So does it have that low barrier to entry? Do you need to pay money to start playing Revolve games? If not, that's a positive in my book. That means there's a low barrier to enter. You don't have to buy NFTs before you can check the game out. Is the game fun? Is it simple to play? Does it have, if graphics matter to you, that means you believe graphics is what to drive the game forward. So it's a very subjective field in my opinion, because games rise and fall. Some games are popular today, they are no longer popular tomorrow. Wordle, Among Us, Axie Infinity, all of them had their time in the sun. So does Revolve game have variety? Would I, if one part of Revolve game is boring, can I play another part of it? Because if people get tired of one aspect of the game, they should be able to move into another aspect. So those are the things you should look at in gaming projects. If they are answering positives in your book, then sure, go for it.
Yeah, completely agree. Guys, everyone has ADHD. All you like gaming dorks out there who just play games all day, you all have ADHD. You play one game one day, then you move on to the next game the next day. You play a game for a week, then you move on to next week. So if a gaming crypto is merely one game, what's stopping people from never playing that game again after they get bored of it? And like SSM said, the barrier to entry is important. Do you actually believe that people are going to spend £1,000 on an Axie to play Axie Infinity? £1,000. That's probably costs more than the PC that they're playing on. It's ridiculous, guys. It's merely carried by hype. You need to look at gaming projects that aren't carried by hype. When I say hype, a good thing to look for is the metaverse. If they have meta in their name, don't invest into it. It's simple, right? It's too early for the metaverse, my friends. Tokens are not out yet for Myria. Myria, find in Google. Search for Myria Games. That's the wrong Myria. Okay, my friend, we'll have a quick look at Myria Games.
Okay, the mirror we're talking about was the layer 2. So Dr. Crypto seems to be interested in another mirror. And there's so many crypto projects out there.
Trade and collect NFTs with zero fees. Again, guys, there's so many gaming projects out here, so many crypto games. So what is there a lot of games here? Wow, okay. It's pretty decent, guys. I do like it when a project brings out other games. It's very, very important. They're not just promising things in the future. It's a lot of games on here, guys. Wow.
Is it a platform, a trading platform? This might just be a platform for trading.
I think it's there's a marketplace. I think it's a platform. He did say they're bringing out a token very, very soon. So guys, if you believe this project will do well, I highly recommend you look for it. If they're bringing out their token soon and they have that many games, this could be adopted by many, many people. This could be a hidden gem. Can you please check out LTX? LTX is a great project, my friend, but we can get it up on the screen. We're not going to be getting every single project on here, guys, because there's so many to go through. We're going to be here for hours if we do so. So let's get this up. Again, it's all just personal preference, guys. This is the problem with all these projects. This is why I say you don't need to diversify as much as you think you need to. It is a low cap gem, $8.5 million in market cap. The circulating supply is around 30%, which isn't too bad. The market is on KuCoin with several different pairs. It's on Mexi and Uniswap too. So it's all whether or not you think this platform is going to be adopted. I can't tell you whether or not this platform will be adopted. I do have a time machine. I have seen the future. That's why I've called so many projects out there like Naka, Crust, and many, many more. So I recommend you join the Patreon. But I can't tell you guys if every single project is going to do well. It's all your personal opinion. I'm not invested into LTX. I know a few people do like this project and they are invested into LTX. It's just whether or not you think there's a need for this crypto, whether or not you think it's going to be adopted. That's all I can say, guys. So Myria has partnered with Activision Games. That's very, very good. Hyperchain has $1 billion. Yeah, go on. It is very good. what's it called? Activision is like a very, very big, isn't it a big gaming?
Yeah, it's a big gaming studio. I'm trying to remember some of the games they played. They helped produce. I think they're behind Call of Duty.
Wow, that's very, very big then.
Yeah, yeah.
HyperX chain has 1 billion coins max supply, but it's on BScan. It has 1 trillion, no circulating supply. So I just had a look on BScan before. It did say 1 billion. You may be getting confused with the number of decimal places. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's get it up. So Hyperchain, guys, I don't know why we're even getting this up. Hyperchain X is just not a good investment to make.
We've covered Hyperchain several times already.
It's very, very true. But so this is 1,000. This is hundreds. 374,000. Yeah. So this is it's only 1 billion tokens, my friend. This is just 0.5. It's like a billion point something. That's just decimal places. But again, guys, you don't need to invest into projects like HyperX, as Sam said. We've covered this too many times. What about 8-pin Cryptopolis? They aren't moving much. Are they worth investing? The reason they're not moving much, my friends, is because the liquidity is higher than you think. They're $1 million in market cap, but the liquidity is like 300, 500, 600K liquidity. Meaning for it to do a 2x, another $600,000 needs to be invested into the project for it to do a 2x. So it's very, very hard for those projects to move.
Yeah, and let me quickly add something to that, because this is the second time I'm seeing it. Yeah, if you're saying that a project is not moving too much, you might want to check your exposure to that project, because if you can't invest in a project and have a good night's sleep, that means you don't have good portfolio management, you don't have good risk management. Guys, yeah, serious. I don't, it's not healthy. You don't want to be looking at the screen every time. It's bad for your eyes, it's bad for your mental health, it's even bad for your physical health. So if you're worried about, oh, this project has not moved today, oh, this project hasn't moved, that means you didn't invest in the fundamentals of the project. That means you didn't do your own research before buying the project. Because if I buy Bitcoin, if I buy quant, I can still have a good night's sleep. If it goes lower, I'll just buy more because I'm dollar cost averaging in it and you're spreading across. So what I'm saying is invest in the fundamentals of a project, have a long-term goal and dollar cost average to take out that emotional factor. You don't want to be worried every single time. And even if one project doesn't do well, I mean, guys, we are covering a lot of gems on this channel, on our respective channels, on the Crypto Gem Hunters. If one of them doesn't do well, the others can make up. So if you diversify and you make 100x on one, and let's say you have $500, 100x, that's $50,000, and you invested in 5 projects. Let's just say 2 of those ones go to zero, the remaining 3 do 50, 20, 30x. You're in a lot of profits, you're in good profits. So you have to diversify. Don't overexpose yourself to projects that can that will just wreck your entire portfolio. Have a good system of management, have a good entry strategy, have a good exit strategy. That's way you can cover the losses for one, and if one does well. But ultimately, we are trying our best to give you only great projects with great fundamentals, and you should be fine in the crypto space if you don't overexpose and you do some research and manage your portfolio properly.
So it's very, very true. Guys, you need to understand what I'm saying because it's very, very important, especially crypto portfolio management. It's probably arguably one of the most important things. So there's so many comments, guys, you have to get through. I don't think we can research every single project you guys want to put in the chat. But that's why you got to tune into the next live stream. Turn on post notifications. If you guys were the first person on this live stream and you commented, we would have read your comment out. So everyone in this live stream, subscribe, turn on post notifications, drop a like on this live stream. Because if you want us to review your projects and you got to get in early, you got to put your project in early, and then we can look at it early. Because right now I'm looking at comments from an hour ago. So you can understand, you guys putting in comments now, we're not going to be able to read them all. So let's have a quick read. A quick read through all these comments, guys. So we've had a look at Battle Infinity. So, man, these stupid gaming and metaverse coins are becoming like meme coins. Too many, too useless. We don't need a million projects like Hyper. I completely agree, my brother Mark. Yeah. Can you take a look at PTOY? We'll have a look, guys, at another live stream potentially. What's your opinions on Tap? Tap seems like a great project. What is Hyper doing different from Engine? LTX, your opinion? LTX could be a 200x. Engine has already been crowd king in the gaming NFT industry. Maybe only Gala's the other one. Again, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Mina Protocol, what do you think about this project? Do you guys have any tokens? What do you guys think about Mina? What do you think about it? I do think a Gem Hunters Crypto Goals does like Mina Protocol, so I highly recommend you guys subscribe to Gem Hunters channel. It's hot. HyperX is hot just now. LTX, HyperX chain is 500k market cap. One of the founders invented the floppy disk or something. Invented the floppy disk. I highly doubt he invented the floppy disk, my friend.
He'll be he's so very old if he's alive then. Like
he's dead. Genius, new crypto, G9 interesting project. Genius, we'll have a look at another live stream, guys. Wilder West, your opinion. What do you think will happen to the bull run if there's a global conflict? Lol, something to be concerned about. It is something to be concerned about. But again, guys, don't let it, steer you away from investing. I think you should just be DCing into Bitcoin. At the end of the day, guys, Bitcoin is the most reliable cryptocurrency. It's not going anywhere. So if you guys are scared of a global conflict, you think something may happen, then invest into Bitcoin. Obviously not financial advice, but Bitcoin is always the way forward, in my opinion. Wilder World, what's your opinion? Layer 1 will be the best of all time. I completely agree. What do you think about Apollo APL? Do you have any thoughts, SM?
Can you bring it up? Let me see.
Apollo. So Apollo is a great project. I have talked about it on my channel like several times. I get it up on almost every single live stream. I assume he means Apollo currency here. Apollo FinTech.
I like FinTech.
World's fastest cryptocurrencies with sustainable blockchain, as well as one of the most feature-rich. Apollo was built with rigorous demands of genuine mass adoption in mind. So I think it's a great project. It's a low-cap gem as well. All the circulating supply is out. It's $10 million in market cap. It's on some great markets, I do believe. Let me double-check. Yeah, KuCoin, Probit Global. Probit Global is very, very hard to get. Listen, guys, the liquidity is very, very low in this project. Arguably, this could moon. Don't just look at the market cap. Look at the liquidity. The liquidity derives how much investment is needed to push the price up. So I see a lot of comments here, guys. Nakamoto Games, I think it's great. Mask is good. SSM likes this. Trias is a great gem too.
Yeah, Crypto Grinds likes that.
Go on.
I said Crypto Grinds. He likes Trias, so you guys can check out his channel as well.
I completely agree. There's so many comments here, guys. We can't get through them all. We will be wrapping up the live stream very, very soon. We have been live for 1 hour and 30. Crypto Archie, check DM when you get a chance. Will do, my brother. Hi, Seth and SSM from Xander the Great. Hello, Xander. You'd love to see you in the live stream, my brother.
That was nice to see.
Hyperchain X, a new film crib, 30x in a day or two. Potentially. Who knows, my friend? The cryptocurrency doesn't need to be good for it to do a 30x, guys.
Certainly.
Check out
I'm seeing a lot of interest in Hyperchain X, and I think one of the reasons why we are seeing it a lot today is Crypto Gains made a video on it. I think he's bullish on Hyperchain X. So it's definitely one that will be on my radar now. I'll look into it and see why people are so hyped up about the project.
Guys, you need to look out for the market manipulation. Look, I understand there's some great projects out there, but a YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers could merely put out a video on a low cap gem and it's going to go to some insane rally. You guys may think it has some potential just because, but in reality, he's just pumping up his own bag. We saw it with CalVPN. There's a few whales in CalVPN. They pumped their bag and they got out the project. That's how we did see CalVPN retrace. So you guys need to be careful. Just because a YouTuber or an influencer talks about cryptocurrency doesn't mean it has utility, doesn't mean it's going to the moon. Institutional adoption is what will send a cryptocurrency to the moon. For example, if I buy into crypto, a low cap gem, a nonsense low cap gem, let's just say Meta Shibinu, doesn't mean it's going to the moon merely because I said it's going to the moon. If an institution is going to utilize Meta Shibinu, then maybe we can talk about it going to the moon.
Definitely, yeah. It's an unfortunate part of crypto. Whales manipulating their the markets for their own bags. So it doesn't necessarily mean a project is good if it's pumping. Sometimes when you say project pumping, you should check whether they have VC fundings that are about to be released, because the people behind the scenes want the project to get interest and they might pump it with their own money, so that once their own tokens get released, they quickly dump on people that are excited and entering the projects newly. So there's a lot of games that are being played in the crypto space. Projects that can generate demand are the ones that I really like. Projects that have utility, like fintech projects. I covered those on my channel recently, about 5 of them. STMX, Koti, WhatsPay, Shopping.io. I'm going to look into Apollo too, because I'm really interested in the fintech space. It has a lot of use in Africa, especially in my part, Western Africa, because we like to have payment solutions. So yeah, projects like that can actually make people put their own money into it, not based on hype. Anything that is raised up with hype, you have to maintain it with hype, and that's impossible, because social media, people are very fickle. Whenever they get excited about something, all it takes is just another shiny or trendy new topic, and they move over to that. So yeah, that's just it. Just like what Seth says, you have to be careful out there. Not everything everyone says. Even the project, when we talk about a project, we like those projects. We've done our research. We are encouraging you to do your research too, because we believe you see the potential of those projects and you'll be happy to invest in those kind of projects. And yeah, that's it.
SSM just raised a great point there, guys. Pay attention. He said some intelligent stuff there. A project that's raised on hype will rely on hype to maintain it. That's very, very true. If I bring up a project, let's just say we create a magical project. Let's just call it Seth token. If I put a lot of hype around this token, there's no utility, because all these hype tokens have any utility. We talk about it, we shill it, we send it to the moon. The only thing that's going to maintain Seth token is the hype around it, because there's no utility. It doesn't have utility to fall back on. If a project has utility to fall back on, then you can get away with a bit of hype. But if a project is solely built on hype, like Axie Infinity and all these other projects out there,
Safe Moon.
then when there's Safe Moon, when there's no hype, it's going to zero, guys, long-term wise at least. So keep working hard, guys. Thank you, Crypto Goals. And we are working very, very hard. This live stream's been going on for almost 2 hours now, guys. We're going to be wrapping up very, very soon. But I do want to say, guys, all of you, subscribe to my channel right now. If we guys didn't see your comments before, it's because you got in later. If you had post notifications on, we could have reviewed your cryptocurrency a while back. And guys, go subscribe to SSM Crypto. He really does deserve it, guys. He's putting in the work. Look at all these videos. I've been slacking due to personal issues, but I haven't been uploading as much as I should be. But SSM is making sure he does those daily uploads, guys. Look at his channel. 4 hours ago. All go check out that video, guys. I highly recommend you check out all of SSM's videos. I watch it on my phone. I'll be taking a poo and I'll be watching SSM's videos, right? I'm joking, guys. But look, I highly recommend you should check out his channel. I highly recommend it, guys. I'm going to be putting the link in the chat down below.
Thanks, man.
So Crypto Goals, new video coming out on the Gem Hunters late today. So stay tuned to that too, guys. Go check out the Gem Hunters channel as well. We're uploading a lot on the Gem Hunters channel. If you guys have a check out, look, a day ago, 9 days ago, we're trying to get more videos out. We're trying to get some daily videos out on the Gem Hunters. Go check out this handsome man right here as well, guys. This handsome man right here in Dubai. Go check out his videos too.
Yeah, man.
But guys, look, right, regarding a lot of these cryptocurrencies we talked about, Nakamoto and many, many more, we're doing buy alerts for them. The buy alerts are going crazy. I can't disclose much, but a buy alert's going to be coming out very, very soon. I'm thinking about buying a cryptocurrency. So when I do send out a buy alert, you guys know these projects go absolutely parabolic. If you guys would like to get in on this, it's starting over on my Patreon. The elite tier, the VIP tier. If you like buy alerts, that's the elite tier. If you like buy and sell alerts, that's the VIP tier. If you like to get in early before everyone else does, that's the boss tier. The inner circle is sold out, unfortunately. But if you guys would like to join the waiting list for the inner circle, DM me on Telegram. But guys, I highly recommend you check out the Patreon if you guys would like to make some good returns in the depths of this bear market. All these projects are going absolutely parabolic. I highly recommend you do. And if you guys aren't subscribed to me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. I'm putting out tweets. about a lot of different things, guys. I need you to follow me on Twitter. Matrix trying to cancel me. For you guys that do know, my Telegram got deleted. It got banned. I got my Telegram banned. For what reason? People are after me, guys. I did get it revoked, so don't worry. I did get it back. However, there's some bad people. They don't want me to be monetized. They don't want me to have a Telegram. They're coming after me, guys.
You see, that's why I said decentralized social media is going to be big in the crypto space. Not just in the crypto space, because there's a real world utility for having decentralized social media. Imagine a decentralized Twitter or a decentralized Telegram, decentralized YouTube. All those accounts being tied to your wallets, to your seed phrases. It makes a lot of sense. And the worst part about being banned is the bots can get away with it. Imagine being banned and an imitator or a bot is still on that same platform. It's really frustrating. I myself, they don't allow me to have the full utility of Telegram. They said, they don't trust people that are from my part of the world. So that kind of biased treatment is just so irritating. It's one of the reasons why I love crypto. So yeah, I'm just using this time to say again, like, pay attention to narratives like that people will find useful. Decentralized social media is definitely one of them. Deso, decentralized social, a great one. Once this narrative starts to kick in, once people get fed up with their Twitter accounts being logged, being kicked out of Telegram and things like that, you see these projects will do very well. Crypto actually made a video today on decentralized social. Go check it out. You understand what I'm talking about and why it's a great project. The Crypto Gem Hunters talk about this all the time. Make sure you subscribe to all of this channel, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate the subscribe, the support, all of it. I love you guys. Thanks.
Again, guys, go check out SSM. He really does deserve it. He posts his content on the daily, guys. I highly recommend you check his channel out. We're going to be wrapping up this stream here, guys, but I do want to say one final thing. I know you guys are tired of me shilling my Patreon, but the Patreon is built for you guys, not me. I put a tweet out. This is why my Patreon is valuable. If you missed out on the 45x on NACA, if you missed out on the 29x on Film Crib, if you missed out on the 28x on Vial, if you missed out on the 18x on CalVPN, if you missed out on the 4x on Cross, Gala, LCX, ALBT, Labs, ITGR, DMTR, and many, many more, you need to check out the Patreon. You guys are always whinging. You're always whinging in the chat. How can I get in on these different cryptocurrencies? They're going on these insane rallies. How can I get in early? You guys always talk about that. And to get in early, you need to check out my Patreon. That is one of the ways to get in early to these projects. But that's it for this video, guys, or video. That's it for this live stream, guys. We will be out. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. I do have a lot of things I need to do, so we're going to be going here, guys. But remember, all subscribe to SSM's channel, and all check out my Patreon as well, guys. We will be out here.
All right, take care.